Remember when I had fun destroying this cabin? Well, that's before I noticed that. Now, if you need big damage, you need to use big things. Just need to find the steering wheel. Found it, just gonna back up for maximum speed. Alright, here we go. I predict we're gonna smash right on through this thing because this thing is enormous. It's 3 times the size of the cabin itself, at least. There we go, the game is loving every bit of this. Slowing down, but I feel like I'm gonna cruise right on through it. I should just use boats every time I want to break something. This is so much easier. And it hardly even hurts the boat. I could use this again and again. Needless to say, that cabin is destroyed. Another new addition today, this. When I want something to explode, all I need to do is click on it. And I can also just hold the button down to draw explosions too, so we can take apart a whole yacht very, very quickly. And this is with the little explosions. Do I hear a computer fan? So, obviously, naturally, we're going to turn the explosion size up right now. But just for good measure, we're going to throw a moon at it too. Just to add a little insult to injury. So that was explosion size 0.5. Let's go up to 4. So that should be 8 times as big. Or 8 times as fun for those of you following along at home. Let's give it a little test. Yep, that's going to work pretty nicely. Alright, let's see how fast we can blow up the yacht. If I hold the button down, it does not like it one little bit, but the yacht sure disintegrates fast. Wow, that's gotta be a record. I'm gonna like this mod, and my computer is not. We're just gonna give it a moment to catch up with itself as debris is landing everywhere, and we're gonna find something bigger to blow up, like a forklift? That is a lot of fun. How about this boat? Ready? Go. And we're done. That is way too satisfying. Can we blow up an entire front-end loader with 1 bullet? I'd consider that a success. Luckily for us, people have been working very hard on some custom levels. So we're going to start with this one, and we're maybe just going to throw a moon at it to see how it likes that, because the moons are always a lot of fun. The game definitely doesn't love it, and neither does the Eiffel Tower. I'm not sure how gravity works, but neither is the game. Yep, that seems to have worked. Is that going to collapse the rest of it? Nope. I do still quite enjoy the moons, but they just don't quite have that explosive destructive power. Well, that's tower number 1. Let's see what we can do about Eiffel Tower number 2. Ready, set, go. I don't think the game liked that very much because it hasn't moved yet. But I feel like that tower is probably going to come falling down. Yep, there it goes, at least the lower half. There may be a way to lay some of these down and detonate them afterwards, but imagine laying down more than one of these bombs at a time. That would be so much fun. We could destroy entire levels all at once. And we watch it all fall down in slow motion. And this obviously works extremely well on regular vehicles, especially the kind with lots of surface area. It even blew up the wall behind it. I need to try and make an explosion so big the entire game just breaks entirely. Whoops. How about that entire building? Can we do that? We can, but the game is not going to like it very much. This is maybe too much power for one person to have. Back to where it all started. 6.3 meters too tall. Let's maybe maximize our impact by opening the door and watch good things happen. 1 single bomb. The whole thing's gonna collapse. Did we do it with 1 bomb? Oh, that's kind of disappointing. We'll have to use 2. Actually, I bet we could speedrun this pretty fast. Alright, we just loaded in. We're gonna switch to our gun. I did that slower than I normally would have, but there we go. I think we're done. Back to the vehicle. By the time I get there, I'm pretty sure it will have collapsed. The debris is flying so far it's hitting my van. There we go, and we're done. How long did that take us? 7 seconds. Not bad. And how about the cabin destroying level? It's so much easier when I don't have to walk all the way over there. Oh, 1 shot did it. But I also need to dump the office safe into the ocean. Rumor is it is somewhere in this building, so let's, whoops, got a little carried away. See if we can just kind of take out the building first. Well, some of the building did actually survive, so we're just gonna blow it up just to put the fire out mostly. I can't stake this enough. This is way too much fun. A full disclosure, I have no idea where the safe went. Even if the fire department does show up, I will just blow them up too. Could anybody point me in the direction of the safe, please? According to the map, it is somewhere right here. Okay, I can actually see it, so let's see if we can use explosions to kind of coax it into the ocean. It seems to be a little bit resistant to moving, so let's hit it again. Okay, since saves are in fact explosion proof, let's throw a moon at it. Is that gonna get it rolling? Yeah, great shot, moon. Totally what I wanted. Okay, we'll aim over here then. And yep, that got it moving. Gotta be careful because the fire is still spreading somehow. The rubble apparently is flammable. Don't know what that's about. But the safe should be in the water any moment now. That actually might carry it all the way in. Yep, I just got the notification. Our work here is done. Good job. And I've never so thoroughly destroyed an entire building before, so that's satisfying as well. I've turned on detonator explosions, so they shouldn't blow up until I tell them to blow up. That means we should be able to go like that, and then when we wanted to blow up, we touch that one. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Ready, set, go. Hey, it actually fell over for once without me having to coax it with the moon. And it's falling that way. That's neat. Got the lighthouse all the way over to the mainland. How many of these explosions do you think it'll be to absolutely collapse the game? Because I would imagine that 3 is gonna hurt, but not outright stop it. But it will, however, stop the lighthouse. Nothing left of that. Okay, so what do we blow up now with remote explosives? Maybe this guy's house? This looks like a big enough target. I'm going to work my way through planting bombs everywhere. Kind of like what I did in the forest, but hopefully with, you know, better results. I can already tell the game is not going to like this. This is a lot of explosions in a lot of different areas. My computer fan is already working on overdrive, and I haven't detonated anything yet. Hopefully this still works for a minute. I've got to go up. The next question is, where do we actually stand to watch this thing blow up? It's going to be hard to get a good view. And have we ever checked as to what's in those vents up there? I know in the one level the vent takes you into the safe. I'm not sure if these ones go anywhere, but it looks like there's something up there. Using the magic of engineering, we're gonna get ourselves up there. I've played Polybridge before. Oh, well there's not much, but there is a little venti hole. I expected something more exciting, so we'll just save a few bombs in here and be on our way. I bet that thing's expensive. Yeah, there's really no way the game is going to survive this. I started out so carefully, methodically placing the bombs, now I'm just shooting them really indiscriminately. Before we do anything, let's save all those bombs right in place. So I'm going to hit this, the game is probably going to freeze, and then we should see a massive, massive explosion. Ready, set, go. I hear an explosion, but I don't see anything yet. But it's probably going to be realistically 60 seconds before we see anything. I might have to do this one room at a time because I'm still waiting and we've only had those 2 initial explosions. Update, it's been a few minutes, but I heard the sound of breaking glass, so the game is still thinking about something. And the game crashed. So we're gonna have to scale down our idea just a little bit. So let's try one room at a time. Room number 1, boom. Is that too many bombs too? There's only like 12 of them in there. There it is. I heard the spray can start to go off. But looks like we're going to be okay. That should take care of most of that area, if it doesn't kill me. I might have underestimated how big those bombs are. I could probably do with a few less. This is going to take a long time, just because I'm waiting for bombs to go off. It even blew up the glass I was standing on, so I'm now falling back to the ground. Alright, I'm going to give myself like a 6 bomb maximum for the time being until I can figure out exactly what the limit is. And now the game is running like this, so it's not particularly happy with what I did. Which, in my opinion, is completely unreasonable. There's nothing even blowing up anymore. The bottom of the building's already gone. And it actually really thoroughly evaporated a lot of the little particles too. There's like nothing left. It's quite clean. Let's add a slow motion moon into the mix just to see what happens. This will be fun because we can really watch every little thing that happens. Point of impact starts to make its way in. Hangs out on the roof for a second, gives a little explosion. It's either going to roll right off or it's going to drop on through because it's really heavy. Okay, this frame rate's killing me. We're moving on. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't know where I am. I was clicking through the menus and I'm here. It's a nice enough island, but we're going to blow it up. What was my rule? 6? 1, 2, 3, 4. Accidentally 5 and 6. We'll stand back so we don't die. And kablamo! Even 6 is a little bit slow. The result's going to be good, but it takes so long to actually see the results that I don't know if it's worth it anymore. I can hear the spray can, so that usually followed by a big explosion. It was a nice island while it lasted. It was just a little itsy bitsy cabin, but it caused this much damage to the game's performance. And I really couldn't be happier about that because there is not really much left of that cabin. This one, probably going to be a lot of fun. It even has water and supports. That's kind of cool. How big is it? Right, looks like it goes to there. Whoop. And goodbye, car. Oh, now we have to walk back. Didn't think that through. But If I'm understanding this correctly, you can actually warp the bridge by breaking it in certain spots. I guess we'll try explosions then. That should about take care of that cable, and yep, we can start to see the bridge sag. Cool. So we'll obviously have to even it out. And it's sagging a little more. Let's go ahead and maybe shorten the bridge just a little bit. I feel like it's too long. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. But that's okay. I'm not really sure how to get back up from here, but I'm not sure it matters. Because I think the bridge is going to fall down. Or not. It's a floating bridge. Well, let's see if we can hit it more where it's going to hurt. Does this knock the bridge? Oh. But that did something. I didn't realize my bullet landed right in front of me like that. That's pretty fun though, and the game actually handles that pretty well considering it's an entire bridge falling down. All I'm going to do is shoot it there and there, but I'm going to do that to every pillar along the way. Oh, but this is going to exceed my 6 bullet maximum. Oh well. Now to slowly run back and watch it all unfold. Crashing the game in 3, 2, 1. Whoa, it's actually working. The paint can sprayed. The bridge is collapsing. Just as planned. Finally, something worked halfway smoothly. I didn't really expect anything to work at this point. Everything seems to be freezing the game. That's a pretty satisfying destruction. The whole bridge actually collapses inwards because physics. The game is thinking pretty hard at this point, but I think as soon as stuff hits the water, it kind of despawns so the game doesn't worry about it anymore. So it's handling this actually pretty decently. But I did succeed in destroying the entire bridge, just like that. Or, well, most of it. But that's good enough for me. I feel like no one's going to be able to drive across this bridge. Oh, the debris might actually float. So it doesn't disappear once it hits the water, it still gums up the game. Want to see how to make a van disappear? Magic. That actually disincinerated it right down to the frame and the wheels, which are apparently indestructible. Oh, well this is unexpected. Oh, but it doesn't actually drive anywhere for some reason. Does it have the same effect on this vehicle? Looks like it might. What are we left with? Yep, just the frame again. Do you think we can blow up an entire excavator? There's only one way to find out. I suspect that probably did it. They should really incorporate bombs like this into the vanilla game. Yeah, this is it. This is the indestructible frame that's left. It's not going to go anywhere, but this is what it runs off of. How about this nice tall building? If we wanted to renovate that, all we need are 5 bombs. Just 5. Yep, that took care of it. It even launched the roof way into the sky. It wouldn't be the first time this week that something escaped into the sky. I never realized that if you stack bombs, it shoots stuff directionally. It's coming down. The game handled that not too bad. Well, I've definitely got some more fun ideas in mind for this, but they're going to take a little while to accomplish. But lucky for you, I have nothing but time on my hands. Like, what happens if we just explode explosions?